And then in verse 32, so he's going on and he says, what more shall I say? For the time would fail me to tell of Gideon, Barak, Samson, Jephthah, David, Samuel, and of the prophets, who... Now this to me is the intriguing thing. Who through faith subdued kingdoms, wrought righteousness, obtained promises, stopped the mouths of lions. Now look, we're living in an age where a large section of the Christian church doesn't expect miracles, doesn't believe for miracles, because they simply say that was only for the times of the Bible, for the New Testament. That happened with the early disciples, but how can we expect those same things today? But what I want to point out is this. Look at how powerful the miracles were, not when Jesus was here, not after the coming of the Holy Spirit at Pentecost, this Old Testament. And in the Old Testament, what is happening? There is a level of supernatural faith strongly revealed right through every part of your Old Testament. Why don't we look at this? Because what it's saying literally is, time fails to tell. I mean, they can't record here all these things, but he's only using simple illustrations. Look, he said, Gideon, you know what's happened with Gideon, Barak, and Samson, and Jephthah, and David, and Samuel, and others of the prophets. But what did they do? By faith. Now this is the key thing, because we're talking about faith, but we're talking about faith that becomes action. Look, to me, faith in my life is the motive that drives me. Faith is the power that I receive from God to see miracles. And look, I don't have time to tell you all the miracles. I've seen the most incredible miracles. In fact, I'm going to have to write another book simply to detail the miracles that happened while I was in Russia in that period. It's incredible. I think at least 10 times we calmed storms. We saw the dead raised. We saw the most incredible miracles. We even saw people that opposed us die. Now, literally drop dead when they opposed. But look here, it says in verse 33 that Paul is saying, it fails me to record the list of the people who, through faith, subdued kingdoms, wrought righteousness, obtained promises, stopped the mouths of lions. Daniel. Come on, Daniel in the lion's den. Quenched the violence of fire, the 3 Hebrew children. Escaped the edge of the sword. Out of weakness were made strong. Waxed valiant in fight. Turned to fight the enemies of the aliens. Now, all these were phenomenal miracles, and the more you read the Old Testament, the more you're impressed with the extent, the number, and the character of all the miracles that occurred in the Old Testament. But these were before Christ came. These were before the outpouring of the Holy Spirit on the day of Pentecost. So really what I can see is this, and I'm going to try and make this point. What I see is what Paul is showing is that whereas, yes, okay, the Davids, the Elijahs, and the Samsons in the Old Testament were remarkable, they were unusual, but they saw powerful miracles. But what happens after Jesus comes and anoints the disciples, tells them to wait, and 120, not 12, 120 were in that upper room when on the day of Pentecost, when the Holy Spirit came. And what happened? There was an explosion of miracles. And the Acts of the Apostles, I love it. I love the Acts of the Apostles because it's the story of the miracles Not the Davids, not the Goliaths, not the Davids, not the Samsons and the others. What was this? This was the ordinary men and women who received the Holy Spirit, were given a power to do what only the prophets, only the kings, only the leaders did in the Old Testament. So to me, suddenly that power which we see all through the Old Testament is now available through the Holy Spirit, because among the 9 gifts of the Holy Spirit, the one which I chose, the only one I was interested in, was that same gift of faith.